Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome back to our play your own farm adventures on the Grab the Hog account. So what this basically is a little walkthrough of me doing play your own farms for anyone looking to get into it and explore play your own farms as a way to train farming. So in the previous episode, we talked through the smaller pen as well as the animals we were going to farm. Now, the way I've approached play your own farms, it started from level 54 to give us access to chin chompers and using those in small pens. Now, before we're going to get started, we're going to go and harvest all of our chin chompers. This is going to give us a massive bump in XP. But before doing that, we need to make sure we've got a couple of things in the inventory. And this is going to be farming urns. Now, depending on what your crafting level is, will depend what level farming urn you can have. But this is going to give you a big jump up in XP. This is an additional 10% XP on top of your farming gains. And if you have the urn enhancer from the Slisky's endgame quest, you can get 20% extra XP. So really, really big. A nice little tip as well is if you're going to do a little bit of skilling in World 84 beforehand, you can also have a lot of XP boosts you can gather from there and then come over and do all your harvests. So what we're going to do really quickly is just power through and harvest all of our different farming animals, and you can see where we go in terms of XP. So we're going to start this episode 15,000 XP from level 64. I have not done any farming since the previous episode. I want to take you guys completely with me on the ride for this just to show you guys how quickly this can affect your farming and how quickly you can level up. Now, in the previous episode, we did unlock some of the medium pens, but you can't really use most of the medium ones until level 64, or the ones I would want to use anyway. So we are going to get that in this episode, and we're going to move forward. But there is level 64, our first one in terms of levels for today as well. Now, obviously, we mentioned in the first episode, our goal for play your own farms really is to get beans to sort of kit the farm out. The more pens you have growing different animals, the more XP you're going to get, but also the more sort of beans you're going to earn as well. Now, that is going to be level 66 farming. Again, XP and levels are booming. We're going to go and sell these chin chompers to Maliki Torpedo. I'm just going to call him the chin chomper one from now on. And this is going to give us another stack of beans, which is what we want. So at least for the first couple of episodes in terms of the play your own farm journey, we want to just keep pumping those beans up, because we want access to the large pens as well as the additional large pens as well. And depending on how you guys enjoy this, maybe we go and branch over to Anachronia next, just to go and get a little bit more in terms of Anachronia XP, as well as more beans through farming the Anachronia animals. So there is another level, that is level 67, so already 4 levels in terms of this. And once you've got play your own farm sort of like dialed in, this is how nice it is in terms of like doing it. It's so quick to go and harvest as well. So that little boost we've done just from going to World 84 and Fort Frimfree, just to get things like pulse cores, cinder cores, friendships, slams, all that little bit of XP will give us some additional stuff on top as well. So we have maxed out our chin chomper seller. I have been quite bad there. I should have gone and sold the remaining ones I had earlier in the week. I forgot to do it, so that's why we're kind of here as well. So we will learn from that anyway. But decent amount of beans actually. We've gained 2,000 beans just from maxing that seller out. And the higher your rank is at the guild, the more you can sell to those farmers. So not only are we getting farming XP, but we're also improving our farmer rank with Granny. And that means that eventually we'll be able to unlock some benefits from having the higher level farming rank. So that's really, really nice. So that's going to be the last level for now, level 69. Nice. That is a total of 6 levels we've got, which is crazy really when we think we've just done our chin chompers. Is really, really nice. I'm just going to go and grab that final one now, and then we're going to go and move on from there. So 69 will give us the ability to have the extra medium pen. So with the extra medium pen, we need to decide what we're going to farm and what we're going to feed it as well, because we want to sort of get something which is going to be really good XP, but not overly expensive to sort of maintain. Now, with the medium ones, we have a choice of sheep, which we don't really want to do sheep, spiders, which aren't bad, and then also the mushrooms. Now, the mushrooms, I'll tell you now, are quite expensive to run, but they are incredible XP. They're really, really nice for a medium tier. They're the best medium tier by a mile, but it's just the fact you got to feed them mushrooms. And mushrooms generally in the game are a little bit pricey, so we'll work out what we want to do there. I have gone and bought another 12 chin chompers, because for the small pen going forward, that's all we're going to farm. It's just going to be chin chompers and just keeping them consistent as well, which will be nice. I'm going to go and throw these in. And if you're going to buy quite a lot of play your own farm animals, I would focus only on one type. Understand what the price is and then slow buy them over time. Any money you save here will be a massive benefit in the long run, because it just means that you're not sort of spending so much bank on these, because you'll be surprised at how quick, especially when you're buying these animals, you rack up GP and spending on them. So just for another 30 chin chompers, I think it was something like 3.6 mil, which Once you do that enough times, that racks up quite a lot. I'm lucky at the minute where this account's in a position, due to the series which we do on it, it's got quite a bit of GP to spend, which is really nice. And because of that, we're able to do things like this as well. Now, 3.8 thousand beans is what we currently have at a minute. I'm going to buy the medium pen deed 2 because we now have 64 farming, which is really nice. We can now go and do that. And I think I'm going to sit on the rest of them. I really want to buy the noted produce because it's really nice not to have to run back and forward. But we've got the bank here and that's pretty decent. But I suppose when we next come back, I'll have the amount of sort of beans to go and buy other stuff as well. So I don't know. I'll think on that one and then we'll go from there. In terms of farming, 69 farming has given us the ability for a few things. While Gothic sleeps, but also at level 64, we can now breed spiders as well. We are also now a master flower harvester, which means we're going to get quadruple loot in terms of that, which is really, really nice. I'm a low level summoner, so I need to farm marigolds, but that could be a really good way to get it. So we need to go and check what the supplies are for these medium pens. So if we go and check out what these are, we can go to the Grand Exchange, go and buy some. We can also go and buy some spiders as well. Now, spiders will sort of buy one on the Grand Exchange, and by examining it, you can see what it's going to buy. I'm pretty sure I normally feed them on seeds. So there's going to be some form of seeds which will be really, really cheap and worthwhile you feeding them. Or you can feed meat, but meat is quite expensive to feed them. So I wouldn't do that. I'd go and find a very low volume sort of seed. So what we need to buy is teak planks. So we'll do this really quick. So we need to buy 30 of these. And then we need to buy 300 mithril nails. Okay, so next we've got the choice of spiders. So if we search for spiders, we have a corpse spider, fever spider, giant egg spider, ice spider, knight, and just a spider, just a general spider as well. I just try to have a little bit of a browse throughout them. So 100,000 coins for that one, 100,000 for that one. Yeah, so it seems to be around 100k for the spiders. I'm going to go for the night spiders just because I think they look cool. So I'm going to whack 20% on as well, see if they will buy. So with mediums, you can only actually put 4 in each pen. So you will need less medium. So these are going to eat meat and seeds. So we would rather do seeds because seeds are generally cheaper. So if we have a look at different kinds of seed, generally I would go for things like barley seed, cactus seed. Let's have a bit of a look around. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably sort of pause this video so I can go and find some decent ones. Basically, I've always found that the ones which are best are the ones which are looted from the master farmer. Because people will get them in such bulk. Let's just go for a Kandarin seed. So we'll need to do 2,000. So your problem with seeds as well is they're normally limited quite hard on the buy limit. So here, 1,000 for woad leaves. Yanillion is 100. Again, it's quite brutal really, the buy limits on seeds. Because there's a lot which only buy 100 at a time. So we want to kind of find something, especially for this video, which buys for 1,000 at a go. So I'll just go and find something. I'm going to pay actually over the odds for this. We will do this for you guys because we want to show you guys what goes on with it. We'll go for some strawberry seeds. Okay, so for the spiders, I made a minor mistake, which I've edited out, but I'd like to own up to it. So I thought I could feed them fish. Turns out I can't. It's got to be meat or seeds. So the problem is with the seeds is you do struggle for ones which you can buy 1,000 of. A lot of them are hampered by 100 buy limits. Apart from the herb seeds, to be fair, the herb seeds, they're a bit expensive. Maybe not Cadentine, actually. We'll buy Cadentine at that price. If it buys. Yes, they did. Great. That is a great one. But yeah, seeds are a little bit hampered. The ones you kind of want to buy are the ones which are looted from the master farmer. Just because they're the ones which come into the Grand Exchange in kind of the most bulk. But they're all hampered by either 100 or 500 buy limits. So they're a little bit annoying to find one which is really, really good. But give it time. Buy it gradually over time as well. And you'll definitely get some GP from it as well. Now, I have cheated a little bit because a lot of these herb seeds are incredibly cheap and I can buy them at 1,000. And I just kind of want to show you guys a video as well. So what I've decided to do is to put some spiders in the breeding pen as well. Because I don't have the chinchompers bought on the Grand Exchange, I've only done the 2 small pens. So we've done 12 chinchompers. But if we're looking after XP and beans, we kind of want to put spiders in the breeding pen as well. So we're going to go do that as well. So that is nice. Also on your advertising board as well, don't forget to advertise for spiders for your medium tier. So when you're ready to go and sell them, you will have your seller ready to go with a fresh buy limit, which is really nice. So we've put some spiders in here. We're just going to go and fill the trough with some seeds. We'll put the Cadentine into there. That's nice. And then I just need to grab some more planks because we're going to go and fill and build the last pen. So we'll go and grab that. For spiderlings, we're going to go through into it as well. Now, spiderlings, because they're a medium tier, will take longer to grow. So It'll probably be 2 days when I do the next video. I'm not majorly hot on player owned farms. I just go whenever it's like time. And this is what's really nice actually about filling your trough to the max. You can be that little bit sort of lazy in the approach. Like you don't have to be absolutely on point with every bit of it as well. So like I mentioned before, we are going to go and throw these into the breeding pen. And because of that, we'll need to take the food out in the trough because that's not what they eat. Currently have the woad leaves, which I'll go and put in the chinchomper pens anyway because it will top them up to 1,000. So you remove as mush and then you can put your seeds in as well. And that's all of the spider pens sorted for this video. So next video, we'll do the smaller ones as well as the medium ones. We'll be in for a massive XP day in terms of the next one. I'm just going to go and top up the troughs. I'm going to do half and half. And then this way, we'll just make sure that the chinchompers can grow nice and easy. We can check how much is in each as well. 5, 4, 7. Yeah, let's go and get some woad leaves and just top them both up. So that is going to wrap up this episode of our player owned farm journey. Hope you guys have found it insightful. Hope you guys are enjoying the play along with it as well. I kind of sort of think this will be just an extra video I'll throw out there because I know like off the basis of how well the video did last year, a lot of people really sort of got some value from it. And if it's going to bring you guys value, I'm more than happy to do the content and the videos as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap the video up. Level 69 farming for the Hogger account. We are definitely flying up in terms of those levels. In terms of the next one, I think that's when we're going to go and start looking at the bigger pen. So for me, the next sort of thing is yaks. Yaks are really good XP, and we only need to get 2 levels, which we'll probably just get by doing the smaller pens as well. So we'll look at doing the large pens for the next episode, which would be really nice. And that's when we're pretty much going to then dial in and then just be consistent with our runs and level up farming from there. Now, after that, we've only got a couple of upgrades to do. We can then move spiders up to zygomites at level 81. And then at level 92, we can then go from yaks to dragons. It kind of depends what you want to do in terms of GP and stuff, but we'll talk through all the options. And really, I'm going to do these videos until we get to level 99 anyway. So yeah, let me know any feedback you guys want to see in the future. Let me know what you guys think of it as well. But a couple of levels of farm in this one. Medium pens are going. We are pretty much all set up for the next couple of days. And in terms of the next episode, we should have a decent amount of beans to spend as well. But let me know if you want Anachronia in this sort of series as well. We're going to do some dinosaurs as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.